Hello and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Today I am going to do a 50 stack challenge 8 hosted by Amy over at CraftyCat. This is her 2026 subscriber prompts. The video was posted on 4/19/26. It's number 13 postage stamp, number 14 Pink Bling. So I am going to do a lot of things. Well, let's see here. I want to do some stamping. My daughter made me some postage stamps on her Cricut, and I didn't have anything for Pink Bling, so she had this Pink Bling paper. It's pretty shiny and cut me out some shapes, some postage stamps, so I'm going to use that. So let's see here. I did get my order from scrapbook.com. This was my free gift, the stamp cleaning chamois. You do have to wet it to use it, so I might have to get up and do that. I did order my sticky grid sheets for the stamping platform, so I'll go ahead and show you how I put that on. I have plenty of videos sharing how to, but I'll go ahead and do that now. Let's see, let me get some layers off here. I just pulled everything out. Okay. So the sticky grid sheets, you can get them on Amazon as well. The number is 663533, and I love these. It comes 5 sheets. They last you quite a while because you can use one side, flip it over, and use the other side. Whoops. Too many things out today. All right. So I'm going to I'm going to take this off for now. And try not to clank your magnets together because they can break. My daughter has some masking tape on there, which makes it easy to pick up. So I'm going to set them on my camera stand here. All right. I did previously clean this, so just make sure your stamping platform is clean and dry. I'm going to grab one out here. And I like it because you can stamp without using the magnets, unless you have an extremely sticky stamp, like clear stamps, like from Close to My Heart. Some of those are really, really tacky. So let's see here. Okay, there's one. And save your, I'll do that later. Let's see. Save your release sheets because it'll help keeping it clean because you don't want to get dirt on these. So just let me pull off the back side here. Just kind of see where I want it. All right, I'm going to do it. The name is here. So I'm going to pull this other side up and get started. What I like is there's a grid on here of numbers so you can line up your stamps. So I'm going to go like right in the middle here because it's okay if your paper has overage, and line that up there so it's as straight as can be, and then just pull this off. So there you go. Let's save that, please. You'll have 2 of these. This one here, and I'm going to mark it. Let's see if I can open my drawer without banging the camera. Oops. Just so I know to save it. And of course, I threw my lid to my marker. Okay. So I'm gonna hang on to this. Excuse me. This side here is so that you could pull it up. I didn't try to pull this off without disturbing where I laid it down because I want it to be straight right here. I'm going to take an extra step and put some painter's tape along the edge. Okay, there you go. I'm going to save that. That'll flatten itself out. All right. It is very tacky. And let's see. I have this purple painter's tape you can get at Lowe's. So I'm just going to put it across the top there. Excuse me. Allergies are running rapid. Okay, and I'm just going to put that right at the top like that. Just so it stays down. It's not necessary, but sometimes if you get really tacky stamps, it will try to pull it up. Let's see here. This purple tape is like a low tack tape, so I'm gonna have to go up just a little bit there. And I might cut a half piece to put there. So I'm just gonna cut this in half. Okay. And I know it'll be good for a while. All right. Just find a piece. Okay, found a spot for that tape. Okay, so that's down. I can put my. I'm going to be using clear stamp, so I'm going to put that on like that. Okay, for my postage stamp in Pink Bling, I think I'm going to do my Pink Bling first and get that out of the way. For my Pink Bling, my daughter cut these out on her Cricut. Let me just move this aside. And I took, and because it is very shiny, some fabric that I had left over from wrapping Gigi Hana's Happy Mail. And I just cut a little square here, a little bit smaller than the postage stamp, just to tone it down a little bit because it is shiny, but I still want to see the pink behind it. And this kind of coordinates really well with that. And then I just frayed the edges all the way around, and I glued a piece of cardstock to the back, just where the fabric is, not where the frayed edge is, and I used a glue stick. This is because I want to put fabric tack on here and then glue it to here. This way here, the cardstock will eliminate you seeing that fabric tack from poking through the fabric. So I have two of these stamps, let's see, here. So I might pick another fabric. These are all the ones I had left over from wrapping Gigi's Happy Meal and like that, but the pattern's too big. I might use a piece of this here. That's pretty. Oh, I like the yellow. Let me do the yellow. So I have a variety of fabrics. These I think were fat quarters maybe. And then I cut them in half and wrapped Piggy's Happy Mail. So there you go. So I just need a square piece of this. And because it's got the maker's wording on there, I'm just going to rough cut it. And because it has lines, it's going to be easy for me. So I'm just going to cut it a little bit bigger than what I really need. I need to get some fabric scissors. My daughter said these are her fabric scissors, but I've been using them for paper, so they're not fabric anymore. Sorry. Oops. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. And so I still want this down just a little bit, and I still need a little garbage bin. I have all I got embossing powder. They had it on sale at the Wow at scrapbook.com, so I got every color that I normally use. I'll just use this little bucket here. All right, so I want to trim a little bit more off there. Maybe. So I want to see the pink behind, and then I'm going to fray it. Oops, not very good. I think I'm going to cut this side. Okay. That's pretty good. Let me just, okay. So now I want to just fray it a little bit, and I'll just kind of, you can just go around each end and pull off a couple threads. Just keep going around until you get so it looks like it's frayed. I like that look. So I'm just going to do a layered, I'm going to put the fabric on there and then put like a dimensional, I was thinking on this one maybe a butterfly. On this one I'm not sure. But I dragged out all my stuff that I got for my birthday, so I got plenty of things to choose from. So I don't know if you had a chance to watch my last video. I did a little sewing video, something different. I like sewing. I sewed all the pockets I made. Okay, I think I want a little bit more. If you take one off each end and you just keep going around, you can also take a seam ripper and do that too, and that's fine. Okay, I think that's good. Cute frayed, it gives a little something. All right, so now I'm going to glue a piece of cardstock there. Somewhere I have there it is, a scrap piece here that I cut for that one there, and I'm just going to cut a little piece to go in the back here, just so I can have something to glue to. Just turn that a little bit better. There we go. All right, I'm going to put this on here with glue stick. And I'm going to use the Scotch glue stick. And I did make a drawer with some blue paper, so I'm not trying to grab everywhere. Just hold this. I like having a drawer of glue papers. That way I'm not having everything everywhere. All right, I'm just going to put some glue on the back of this. Be a little bit generous. Hopefully I'm in frame here. That'd be good. I need to get a couple more of these little cups from Hobby Lobby. I did get another glue bottle from Hobby Lobby and put my fabric tack in there, so I like that. So I have that Barely Art glue and my art glitter glue. So I'm going to stick this just in the center here. And this is just to give me something to glue to here without the glue showing through. Okay, there's that. And then I think I'm going to use the bigger bottle for the, oops, I bumped you, sorry. The beacon, I'm just going to call it the beacon glue. And that way I can get a little bit more of the, because the other one's a fine tip. Because this is shiny paper, and just be careful because wherever this glue hits, it's going to take the finish off. So I'll make sure to get it first time. Okay, there's that. I still need to find one of those heavy irons like I have at my up north at my son's. I like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down too. So hopefully this would be a nice little mass make if you had everything all ready. So make sure my frays are not poked down. Put that in the center. And press. Okay, that's me screw up. Okay, there's that. All right. What I need is a little tray to put all my glues in. Or a bunch of these little bottles. Okay, so there's that. So this one here, I pulled out I've got a little drawer from my birthday of, these are all butterflies, birds, excuse me, I just had lunch too, there's that. And little butterflies, and I've got some bees. I think on this one, I want to put this butterfly here because it has some pink in it. I really love that. This is a dimensional. So let me just see. Yeah. And I'm not sure how well that will stick. I'm thinking I'm going to put some art glitter glue on it just to be safe. Um, so I just want to make sure it's down for good. So I'm using up what I have here, and I got lucky because it was my birthday last month and I got quite a few goodies. All right, I think I want to put it just like that, maybe. That is so cute. Now it is tacky on the back side just because it went through the, it was on the mat on the Cricut machine, but I love how that turned out. It's so pretty. So I'll leave that to dry. And then on this one here, um, let's see. I have these that were a Happy Mail item, and I brought them with me. They're like dimensional, kind of puffy. That's pretty, but a little bit too big. I like that. That's pretty. Cactus. Oh, I'm gonna save that cactus. So words. Oh, here's something. A nice little. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna use that. A little vase with flowers in it. Now again. Oh, I got a house. I think those are too big. Hang on. That's cute, but no, I think I like this. All right. So that's pretty sticky, but I still think I'm going to use the art glitter glue. So using the cardstock on the back side of your fabric, if you can even use thin copy paper. I imagine that would work too, just as a backer, so that you don't see the fabric tack. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. There, I love it. Okay, so there's my pink bling. So next would be just postage stamp. And I'm going to stamp some postage stamps, but I'll do this other project first. I have these. This is Bow Bunny. It's got postage theme stamps, and then this one, Crafter Square from the Dollar Tree. Um, they're like postage stamps, so that's cool. I want to do something different than that. So let me pull out. These are my daughter's photos, and she put them on a page and cut them out for me. So she took all of these photos from her garden. So let's see. I love them. Very cool. Of her butterflies. She knows the names of all of them. I know that's a zebra, monarch, and I think, I'm not sure from the back side if I see it from the front side. Gulf frutillary. I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm not sure. All right, I can put the bling away. Oh, I have this bag from Sonny's. This is my husband's and my dad's favorite place to eat barbecue. So it looks like it's pretty tall, but I want to make like a tall pocket, it could be whatever, belly band or whatever. And it does have a little gusset here, so I could put a hinge, but I think I'm going to cover it. But I want to cut it down to about, let me grab a pen. Sorry, I might bumped you. To about like 8.5 for a journal. That would be about as tall, excuse me, as I would want it. So here. All right, so let me chop that off. Love this chopper. All right, so that is as tall as it's going to get. And this is like for the silverware. So I have tons of these. I'll have to think of more things to do. I did pull out this paper From her family tree paper, I think it's Paper Studio. I shared it. So I want to cut this down and glue it on front and back. So I need about 8.5 by, I want a little bit of the bag showing. 2.5, a little bit over 2.5. 2 3/4 too much. So 2.5 is right there. I think 2.5 and a couple notches. So let me cut this on my big trimmer, which is behind me, and I'll be right back. Okay. I cut it down 8.5, and I think it'll fit in here now. So I can mark it where I want it. Right about there, maybe. Let's see what that is. Right there. There's 2.5. 2.5 is, it's hard for me to see this because I have trifocals and looking down is difficult. Let me see if that's got it. Okay, that will. It's a little tall, but I can trim it. So let me do that again. I'm just going to mark it. Okay, good. All right, that should get me. Those are so cute. Okay, let's grab. Oh, I gotta cut these down too. I think I'll glue them and then trim them. Yeah. Maybe I might hold it in. Nah. Just wondering if I don't wrap that top with some washi tape. Let me grab some washi tape. Just thinking. Do that one. Okay, let's see. This is gonna work. Where am I at? 29 minutes. Let's go along here. Just want to make sure if this is going to fit. Well, it's pretty sticky, but I wouldn't trust it forever. just gonna hit it with some glue stick. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I can get this like half. This will just give this some stability at the top for putting a tag or whatever I decide to make to go inside. And then doesn't go all the way, so I don't really like it. Yeah, I'm gonna take it off. I think I'm gonna try to fold my paper in. Wished I would have cut it a little bit longer. So like that. Trying to see. Oh, okay. Which way is right side up? I think just gonna go with it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Now I'm gonna glue this down. I'll be here all day. And I'm gonna use just want to make sure right side, because it has writing on it. It is tough. All right. And then my thought was to layer the pieces that my daughter cut out for me. And I know deep down she wants to try to teach me how to use the Cricut. So I really miss my see, I already forgot what it's called, my Big Shot machine. I really miss it. I know I'm gonna have some overage here. I'll fold this way so I can use it as okay. And again, my husband's watching TV, and my daughter said, "Don't worry about it. You won't be able to hear it." But I hear somebody screaming. I don't know if he's watching something scary, which I do not watch. I'm looking for a white hair. Stupid. Okay. I like this little spoogie thing. Let's see if I can. Fold this over maybe. No, no, I'm gonna trim it. It's got glue. I could trim that just a little bit more to get it done. Okay, I like that. And then my thought was to put these on there. Oh, how pretty. Okay. Yeah. I might try to put some lace. I had some, I don't have any, what you call it? Tulle. Tulle would be good behind there. So I think I'm gonna just try to keep it simple. All right, let me put this other piece on, but I want to make sure. Did I put right side? And I did. I don't think this one matters. Okay, that one's just gonna go on. All right, you do it. That way I can get to the stamping part. Oops. Okay, I got enough glue for sure. I want to fold this over so I don't get it stuck on something I don't want to get it stuck on. And I think I want it this way. There we go. This will give this bag a little bit more stability too. Should have did my stamping first because you can't have sticky hands if you're going to do heat embossing. So I might have to skip that this time. We'll see. All right, so there's my bag. And I think I'm going to decorate both sides because I could put a hinge here and it could fold either way. And we'll leave the top like that. Okay, I might have to stick some glue there before I put a tag in. Settle. All right. I'm thinking this is going to be my front. Put that there. And then maybe, let's see, do I have a flower? It's pretty. That. Like that. I think like that. I have so many things to choose from. So yeah, a little bit of lace behind here would be cute. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to use the Cart Glitter Glue. I have these labeled. They don't like to stay on either. I had to use packing tape. And I think I'm going to cut these off because they, yeah. All right. So let's see. This one's going to go here, here. All right. Let me put this one on first. And see what I'm doing here. The only thing with the little postage stamps, if you want to get the little notches around the edge, or it's going to pop up, you can sneak some glue behind it, but I'd rather get it now. I should have used the Barely Art because I have a little bit of wiggle room with that. Right. This one down. Like that. And I need a paper towel. Okay. I love the variation of color. So that one's going to go there. Oops. I'm going to grab it with my tweezers. just hard to get all those little pointy parts. Okay. Okay. One more. Let's see. I like to grab it like that, how I'm going to put it down. So I want to make sure I get around. And it's kind of hard to see because I've got lights on and it's got a little bit of glare, so it's hard for me to see. I don't know if I can see that. I could just do this. This is easier. And I'm trying not to get it on the front because this is matte photo paper. And I don't know how it would, the glue react to that. Okay, let's go in there. All right, I want that. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to put any on the back. I think I'm going to do something here for like writing space. So I'm going to leave this back and do something different, like put like maybe little writing spots there would be cute. So I'm going to leave that. So I like how that turned out. Yeah, I like that. So I'll let that dry. I just want to make sure it's down pretty good. All right, let's set that aside. And then let me move everything so I can bring the stamping form over. Let's see. Okay, where's that one? Let me put these in here for safekeeping. I should get a couple more of these little things if you can find them. Some of them have like little sections, you know, for like beads or charms or whatever. I like this one that's all open. So let me set that aside and then don't eat that. So I want to do some stamping. So let's get everything out of the way here. I have Amy's digitals, and I think these are her paint swatches. I'll put it in the description. Look how beautiful, yeah. Paint swatches. So you can find that in her store. Let's see. These are pretty big. I think I'm gonna do that one, and that's just a scrap piece of paper. All right. I want to try to keep this in its entirety, so I think I'm just going to stamp. Let me do, whoops. I don't want to bang the camera. Let me move everything over here. There we go. Still see me? Okay. That, as you can see, it's stuck really good. So, lift it up. It takes a little bit to get That's why I put the, and this is presentation paper, so um, it's double-sided presentation paper. That's why I put the masking tape down. Okay. It'll take a little bit, take some of that tack away, but I want to get this up high enough because I want to get some of these lower swatches. Okay, I'm not going to do it again. All right, I want to stamp, let's see, these that I got from the Dollar Tree. So let's see. I'm not even sure what. It's like random things. Okay, so this one's a feather right here. So let me do this one here. I haven't had these yet, so I'm thinking this feather I want to do right over that one right there. And I'm going to use, I got this from scrapbook.com, VersaFine Clear, and then this one here, VersaFine. They both are pigment inks. Now, when you use pigment inks, you want to use embossing powder or it takes a really long time to dry. I'm going to get rid of this ruler. So I do have, this one's gold. I have clear gloss. So whatever you, like if you do black, it's going to stay black. Silver. What's this one? Bright white, which is cool. And then black, ebony. So I think I'm going to do the black. VersaFine Clear. So my daughter gave me this and I'm trying to grab it. This mat to heat set on. So let me set that aside. And this to put the powder in. So let's see how this is going to work out. I'm going to move a bunch of stuff over to I got a tray, um, a little table next to me with a tray on it. That kind of helps for me to throw a bunch of stuff in there. Okay, so let's see. I do have a paper plate. I wanted a coffee filter because I like to use the coffee filter, but I couldn't find one. So let me go ahead and I do a couple stamps. Let's see. That one's a feather. I didn't really see anything else that was going to go with what I'm working on. Mm, not really. Okay, so leave that. And I'll use the one from Bow Bunny here. It's got postage theme, so I really want to keep it postage theme. So I'm going to take some of these off that fit. I've got a square here, just a square, which is cool. You could just frame something out. I think I'm just going to put some random, like that one there. I'm trying to keep in the color and theme of my other items that I have made, so let's see. Can I stamp way up there? I like that color. Just gonna lay some stuff out. Let's see. That's gonna be cool. And I like this hand one. It might be too big, but I'm gonna go with it anyways. On screen right here. All right. Let me just see. This little post-it one. That one. Right there. Okay. That'll give me a couple things to make here. Alright, so I'm going to pick these up, and I've got it on clear. Okay. I am going to grab the magnets because I see it wants to lift on me. Hang on. One there. And one there. Alright. So before I get started, I'm going to use my little anti-static pouch I got from, it's Ranger, but I got it from scrapbook.com. And you can use this when you, like, say, wherever you stamp, because this is presentation paper, and it probably, the ink, I'm not sure if the ink is still wet. I printed a long time ago, but you never know. But this is a great way to protect where you don't want powder to go. So I'm just going to kind of rub over. Why did that not pick up? Wait a minute here. I got stamps that aren't picked up yet. Okay. There we go. I got one more. To pick up. Okay. This is a Dollar Tree stamp set, so I'm not going to be judgmental too much. Okay. Let's see. And let's see if that works. But you got to clean your thing right after. Okay, that one picked up. This one just doesn't want to work, so I'm not gonna use it. Okay. Oh, let's see. I got this empty gum container that I'm gonna keep this in because you don't want to get that in your ink. So let's see what we get here. This is the first time using these stamps. Okay, I know that stuff is pretty juicy, so I'm not gonna get too crazy. Oops, my magnet is a little bit too close. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna hit it one more time. Okay, I like that. So now I'm going to take my magnets off and keep them separate. Peel this off. Like I said, after a few uses, it'll get less tacky. What do I want? Clear, clear. Okay. Probably going to go over a little bit because it's already at 55 minutes, but I really want to get this part in. Missed a spot there. All right, and then I'm going to try to get this back in the thing. I'm going to stick it in here and then dump it in after. So thank you, Heather, for the tools. And I need the mat here. Protect my surface, and then I gotta get this out of the way. Oh, my heat tool. So this is a brand new heat tool. I think it's, yeah, Recollection. I got it at Michael's. My daughter didn't have one, so I picked one up. So let me just find my cord. Hopefully I can reach. Okay, here we go. Give me 1 sec to get set up here. All right, it's gonna get noisy. It's the first time using this, so always get your heat tool good and hot before you heat set. That will eliminate a lot of crinkling in your paper and buckling because you've already heated it up, so it'll take less time to set it. And just go straight down like this. Leave a little bit of space, you don't want it right on. You can burn your paper and you could blow your powder all over. So I'm going to heat this up a minute. That worked very well. All right, let's set this down where it's not going to burn anything. All right, so there's those. This worked out really well. Wow. So yeah, if you just go straight on, leave yourself maybe a couple inches. If your tool is hot, it will set. Don't go like, you know, I see a lot of people, they just want to just run it all over like this, and you're liable to push your powder off. So I like how those turned out. So what I'll do is off camera, I'll cut those out, and I'm going to have my daughter cut me out some postage stamp uh, uh, shapes that I can put these on, or I might make some postcards with these. So I like how that turned out. So yeah, so there's that. So just stamping on little swatches. You can even do it with a paintbrush and make your own and stamp on them. I like to too take just a white piece of paper, put a little piece of napkin, just a little scrap with a pop of color, and then stamp over the top of that. I've made my own postage stamps, so eventually these will be turned into postage stamps, but I got to get some cut out first. So, all right, that is my share for today. Let me find my card for the 50 stack challenge. 8, number 13, postage stamp, number 14, Pink Bling. So I like how it turned out. I really want to stamp some more on these paint swatches because these are really cool. So there's the ones with my daughter's uh, photographs that she shrunk them down and cut them out for me. I'll show you. These are how big they are, and she shrunk them down. There's one. There's another one. So I'm using these, and I'm thinking of this one I tried to cut out with the scissors, and I didn't like it with the little scallop scissors. So I have those. Yeah, so I'm thinking this might be turning into a little nature journal. All right, that's my share for today. I'll put Amy's information in the description. Thanks for watching. Take good care. Bye.